Leo lived in a small, cozy village tucked right at the base of a great green hill. From his bedroom window, he could see something truly magical. A rainbow that seemed to touch the ground just on the other side of the hill. Every time it rained and the sun came out, there it was, a perfect arc of color. Its end, a tantalizing mystery. The village adults, with their practical minds, would say, "Silly boy, you can never get to the end of a rainbow. It's just light refracting." But Leo, with his heart full of wonder, knew they were wrong. He had a secret feeling that something was waiting for him there. One crisp, clear morning, after a gentle shower, the most vibrant rainbow he had ever seen appeared. The red was like a juicy strawberry, the orange like a glowing ember, and the blue was as deep as the ocean. Leo knew this was his chance. He grabbed a small satchel, filled it with a crust of bread and a bottle of water, and began to climb the hill. The climb was harder than he expected. The grass was slippery, and the hill was steeper than it looked from his window. His little legs ached, but every time he felt like giving up, he would look up and see the brilliant colors of the rainbow beckoning him forward. Finally, panting and a little muddy, he reached the top. He looked down, his eyes wide, with a mix of awe and disappointment. The rainbow wasn't there. It had moved, still a beautiful arc in the sky. Its end now resting on the next hill, a bit farther away. He sat down, his shoulders slumped. A tiny, striped butterfly landed on his knee. "The rainbow, the butterflies," whisper-soft voice said, "is a little bit shy. It likes to stay just out of reach." "But I wanted to see what was there," Leo said sadly. The butterfly fluttered its wings. "Don't give up. The most wonderful things are worth a second try." Inspired, Leo set off again. He went down the hill, across a babbling brook, and up the next hill. He climbed and climbed, and as he reached the top, the same thing happened. The rainbow was still there, but its end had moved again, now resting on a hill even farther away. Leo sighed. "This is impossible," he said to a chattering squirrel. The squirrel paused, holding an acorn in its paws. "The rainbow," it chattered, "isn't trying to trick you. It's trying to show you something. Look around!" Leo stopped and looked. He had been so focused on the end of the rainbow that he had uendonised the world around him. He saw a field of wildflowers he had never known existed, a riot of purple and yellow and pink. He saw a nest of baby robins, their tiny beaks open and waiting. He saw a sparkling waterfall that fell into a pool of the clearest water he had ever seen. The air smelled of wet earth and sweet flowers, a scent he had never noticed before. He realized the squirrel was right. The rainbow wasn't just a destination. It was a path that had led him to places he had never explored, to sights he had never seen. He sat down again, and this time, he wasn't sad. He wasn't tired. He was filled with a sense of wonder. The rainbow was still there, its end always just one hill away, but Leo didn't mind. He didn't need to get to the end to find the magic. He had found it all along the way. He followed the path back home, his satchel now filled not with food, but with beautiful, smooth stones, a perfect feather, and a handful of sweet-smelling mint leaves he had found by the brook. He walked back to his village with a new spring in his step and a smile on his face. When he got home, his mother asked, "Did you find the end of the rainbow?" "Dear," Leo smiled. "I didn't find the end," he said, "but I found something much better. I found the whole journey." And from that day on, whenever it rained, Leo didn't just look for the rainbow's end. He would put on his little boots and go for a walk, knowing that the real magic wasn't in getting to the destination, but in the beautiful world that the journey revealed.